Now we're still in 1.1 looking at mathematical operations. We have outlined what these are, and we've got addition and subtraction, and we've got multiplication. Now, when we first learned multiplication, we use an x to stand for multiplication, but when we start to introduce variables and use x for a variable, it can be confusing if the same symbol stands for both of those things. We also use just a little dot like that to stand for multiplication, like 2 times 3, which of course is 6. And we also use putting two things next to each other, like in parentheses 2 times in parentheses 3, which of course is going to be equal to 6 as well. We can also just have one of those things in parentheses, like 2 times 3 in parentheses, which is equal to 6. All right, division is another operation. We can use the divide sign like that to indicate division. We also can use the fraction line in a fraction. So if we have got 2 over 3, that is like saying 2 divided by 3. And finally, we've got the operation of exponent. So if we've got 3 to an exponent, all right, we can evaluate that as 9. Now, what falls underneath exponent is all kinds of roots, in particular the one that we're going to look at, which is square root. Square root is actually something we can write as a exponent. So the square root of 3, we might think square root needs to be another operation on our list, but you might already know this, but that square root can be represented as an exponent of 1/2. So square roots and any root of any degree can be expressed as an exponent. So our list of operations and addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponents. So here's an example of a algebraic expression, and it does have an equal sign, but there is nothing here that it is set equal to. So all we can do is simplify this. So we want to simplify that algebraic expression by performing the operations. Now, we've got operation of exponent, we've got operation of subtraction, multiplication, and division. Depending on the order that we do those operations, we are going to get different values. We need to agree on a preset order of doing those mathematical operations. So if I simplify this expression, I'm going to get the same thing that you get when you simplify the expression. So to simplify this expression, we are going to use the agreed upon order of operation. It can be summarized with this word PEMDAS. The P stands for parentheses, or sometimes they're brackets. So parentheses are those curved shaped separators, and the brackets are having corners. The second letter E stands for exponents, which, like we talked about, includes radicals or includes roots. So anything with an exponent or some kind of root. And the M and the D stand for multiplication or division. And these are on the same level, meaning that between the two of them, it doesn't matter which one you perform first. Typically, what we do is go left to right. All right, finally, AS stands for addition or subtraction, and like multiplication and division, the order between those two, it doesn't matter, but typically we go left to right. So now we can use this order of operations to simplify the expression. So we go through and look at our order of operations, and we do have brackets, or we do have parentheses, but there's just a 3, so there's nothing to simplify inside those parentheses. So now we go to the exponent, and performing the exponent, 4 squared, we get 16. So 16 minus 8 times 3 divided by 12. Now we go through our order of operations. We've taken care of exponents, and now multiplication and or division. Well, we've got multiplication, 8 times 3, so 8 times 3 is 24, and then that's going to be divided by 12. Now we've got division, so we'll take care of that division. So 24, negative 24 divided by 12 is going to be a 2. 16 minus 2, we get 14. Let's do some more practice problems with order of operations. Here we've got 16 minus 3 times 2 plus 5. So we're going to take care of the multiplication first. 16 minus 6 plus 5. And now we've got subtraction and addition. So we go left to right, starting from the left. 16 minus 6, we get 10 plus 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. Now we've got parentheses. First we want to take care of what's in the parentheses. So we'll just write the negative 3 plus 2. 9 minus 2, we get 7. Next thing we want to take care of is the multiplication. So negative 3 plus 2 times 7 is 14. So negative 3 plus 14, we get 11. We get positive 11. So we've got brackets and parentheses. We go to the innermost parentheses to start off with. I'm going to leave everything else just kind of as it is. And 7 minus 5 is 2. And then that parentheses has the exponent of 2. So we're going to get 7 minus 5 is equal to 2, and then that has the exponent of 2. Now we look at what's inside the brackets. So we got the negative 3 times, and inside the brackets we have an exponent. So 8 divided by 2 squared, which is 4. Still working inside the bracket, we have 8 divided by 4, which is 2. And now we can do the multiplication. Negative 3 times 2, we get negative 6. Okay, we've got exponent and brackets, or parentheses. Let's look at the parentheses first. It's negative 3 squared plus 2 times, inside the parentheses, 7 minus 3 is 4 minus 5 times 2. Of course, you don't have to do it in this many drawn out steps, but I'm just going through carefully with the order of operations. Now let's take care of the exponent. So we've got negative 3 squared. All that is squared is the 3. So we are only going to square the 3. We are not going to square that negative. This results in negative 3 squared, which is 9. Okay, and then we have plus. We can do the multiplication here. So 2 times 4 gives us 8, and then minus 5 times 2 is 10. And now we just have addition and subtraction. Negative 9 plus 8, we get a negative 1, minus 10. So negative 1 minus 10, we get negative 11. Now, we had negative 3 squared here. Let's look at the next problem where we have negative 3 inside parentheses squared. So when we go to do that exponent, which, let's get to that point. Let's save that for a second here and take care of inside the parentheses, which just like the previous one is 4. Now we take care of that exponent. 2 applies to the negative and the 3 because the parenthesis is around the negative. That is saying that exponent applies to everything inside the parentheses. So negative 3 squared, negative 3 times negative 3, that is positive 9. So we get 9 plus 8 minus 10, equaling 17 minus 10. 17 minus 10, we get 7.